evil blanket fish has awoken.
Alright. Looks like everything's coming in. So, we are going to be continuing and pretty much finishing up Skautfold Moonless Knight. Last time we played this, I had essentially gotten down to the final floor, and I saw a bunch of those 7, 6, 4. I had essentially gotten down to the bottom floor, and I saw a bunch of those, you know, very thin teleport spots, kind of like the ones that were in Usurper. And I thought, because there's 3 empty spots here and also in the menu, that I was still missing 3 artifacts. I looked it up, and apparently the guy who made the game had intended to put in 3 more, but then decided not to, and basically just didn't redo the UI because he had already said it all. But yeah, apparently the Eye of Yogg, the teleport one that I have right now, will go through those thin little teleport spots. It's just, you know, you have to have it right on. It's kind of finicky. So yeah, we actually do have everything. We're pretty much on our way towards finishing the game. Yeah, so like case in point. Yeah, because I tried it on a couple of them, but I just gave it a couple of tries here and there. And then I just assumed, like, oh, okay, well, you know, I still have 3 artifacts to get. It's probably one of the... And I'm talking with no visual. I forgot to switch this. I did this a couple of weeks ago, too. So, yeah. What I was talking about was essentially like these. Like, I saw those, I gave it a couple of tries, like I was, you know, like that. I guess I didn't line them up right when I was trying to do them before, and just kind of made the false assumption that that's supposed to make those where you can open them. But yeah, so essentially what it comes down to is that I have everything I need to finish the game. And I very much should have finished it last time we played. Because there's just a tiny... Unless I actually go around hunting for all the other little power-ups that are scattered all over the place now that I have these abilities. Which I don't think I need to. I'm pretty sure I'm strong enough to kill the final boss. Now, if I do fight him and it turns out that I don't really have a chance, then yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and go back. Look for stuff. But as it is right now, I think I'm strong enough. I believe this is where we fought the Shoggoth. It was either here or the room before. No, it was here. Two weeks. Yeah, it's just floor -8. And then this is where I got to last time and thought that I couldn't move on. Because of these. I tried to get through them a couple of times with this, and I guess I just didn't have it right. And thought that I was... just assumed I was going to need another artifact because of the extra spaces in here. No, these are all the ones that are in the game. I feel like all this is just to make sure that I have all the artifacts. I'm guessing that's the engine that we're looking for. That's it, the engine of the Citadel. The larger part of the machinery is irrelevant to us. What we need is at the core. It's small enough to fit in your hands. Has to be a way to enter the engine. Founder did it somehow. Thank you for unlocking the final barrier. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall take the core. Damn it. There's clearly a way to enter it. You can now enter too. Path is open. Just remember, only one of you can take the engine. Kill the fiend and you shall have it. I am part of the engine now. If you take the engine, I shall cease to exist, and finally go to rest. What? Why? Don't have time for this foreign knight. Gray, enter now. Kill that verminous fiend and take the engine. Save what you can of my empire, I beg of you. I will stop him. We will preserve your empire, I swear. Alright, so this should be the final boss fight. You made it in. No doubt Nobunaga assisted. No matter, you cannot defeat me. I shall take the engine and become a navigator myself. I shall spread the word of Lunaris across the universe. You won't be going anywhere. I will melt your ugly horned head on my wall. Just another pathetic creature that got in my way. Bore me. Damn it. Maybe I should get rid of my curses since I'm taking... I don't know how much extra damage you take per curse, but I got 11 of them. Oh, I get to skip the first phase. That was dumb. Damn it, I thought I was just away from being hit by it. There, you bleed just like any other living creature. No, this is impossible. Mere humans can... Nobody cares. Now shut up and die. Good riddance. There it is. The engine. Thank you. As expected, this is what the knights are paid to do. We have the core. The fiend is dead. So is Nobunaga, and for real this time. We had a rather interesting chat with him while you had your little disagreement inside there. He was maintained by the core of the engine. Moving it meant his final death. Oda Nobunaga, the founder of our empire, is now dead. The core is yours, so long as you keep our agreement. 200,000 crystallized citizens of your empire, as agreed on our Ark Citadel. In that case, I suggest that you return to London as soon as possible. The contract that we signed, I shall follow soon after I have re-established peace. The barrier around the castle is gone. I have a lot to explain to my generals. Thank you, Your Majesty. We shall make haste and report to our own Empress. Ray, you are hereby released of your services in my name. Return to your empire with the knowledge that you brought honor to my empire. Thank you from the bottom of my heart in the name of all my citizens. Thank you, Your Majesty. We'll honor our contract and help you preserve your citizens and your empire. Have a good, safe, and hopefully less eventful journey back home. I most certainly hope so. Now from London to Japan in only 8 days. That is the long and short of it. Mission accomplished, I'd say. Both of you, well done. Especially you, Gray. Hey, Kaz, how you doing? It's my duty. Thank you. It's not as easy as we had hoped. Still, you got the core rather quickly, too. We are ahead of schedule. Because they're British, you have to say schedule, not schedule. The construction has progressed smoothly. As smoothly as it can. I caught 3 more spies today. Still cannot get any read on where they came from. They refuse to give away anything, no matter how much we question them. Could be much worse. The lunatics were really well equipped and attempt a suicidal charge just to let their master get their hands on the engine core. Did you learn anything from the lunatic leader in the end? Nothing useful. It did call its god Lunaris, but I suspect that's just a human language pseudonym for it. It may have worshippers in our capital, too. We will increase our security efforts just to be sure. How did things go here at home, regarding the reactions to the opening? On our way in, we barely saw a soul outside in the street. Generally speaking, the citizens took it well. It was just utter disbelief the first night. But on the second night, we had riots and excessive debauchery. Nothing that we could not handle, though. After that subsided, most people started to make a conscious effort to avoid being outside at night, or in the hours when the moon is visible. The real issue is that our own forces had a really hard time dealing with it, especially those on patrol and the guards, who had to work at night. They're forced to be outside at night, and it really drains them mentally. Surprisingly, we've no reports of elevated cultist activity, not openly anyway. However, I have received reports about the fog. According to all frontliners and the fog guard, it began to lift. What did you just say? Fascinating. It started to move upwards. In some places it's as far as 10 feet above ground now. That would mean that you could traverse under it. Yes, this means the lands gripped by the fog should soon be accessible, possibly safe to traverse. You don't sound confident. Preliminary reports all say the same thing. Where the fog is lifted, there's absolutely nothing. No life, no structures, just perfectly still, dead ground and rock. As Waltham said, the fog will rise to meet the moon. Seems like we should have taken it literally. So what? The fog and the moon will meet in space? That's just... We have seen enough wild things of late to know that it's not only possible, but most likely the case. Waltham has become unresponsive of late. No matter how I call to him, he won't respond. Our citizens are already avoiding even looking at the moon. Those who do look often report excessive eye bleeding with no apparent cause. Now they will have to look up at the sky and see the fog will meet whatever Lunaris really is. We will deal with it all if we must. Anything else of importance? Nothing else immediately springs to mind. Ah, wait, yes, there was one more thing. Not this again. I'm serious, Your Highness. We must give a name to our citadel. I cannot just write Citadel every time. It gets rather confusing with all the other citadels around. Sure, but this is not a matter you need all of us here for. I shall come up with a suitable name soon enough. In that case, I consider this meeting concluded. Knights, Noah, we have less than 1 year to finish the Citadel and leave, before the chunks of the moon destroy every sliver of life on this planet. Sanguine Imperium, Knights. So that's where the fourth game ends. They have the engine for the Citadel to save as many people as they can and leave Earth, but they have to get it all up and running within a year. Even though none of the other games had anything after credit, really, they're gonna stick around, see if there's anything. Yeah, even the scientists said they need to name it because it's getting confusing writing Citadel everywhere when they're making their plans. And this isn't just the Empire, this is the Holy Empire of Britannia. So this empire actually has a name. Because all of this is like in a alternate history in, I think, the late 17 or 1800s, I can't remember. Alright, so that's the end of that game. All we got left is the final game.